Unleash your hidden power from saying no. Imagine a world where you are constantly subjected to the relentless demands of work, family, and social obligations. Such a life, mired in endless duties and expectations, can be utterly exhausting. Yet, what if a single word could liberate you from this chaos and usher in a life of peace and focus? That word is no. In this discourse, we shall delve into the profound impact of embracing no, not as a mere negation, but as a profound assertion of self-respect and personal liberty. Guided by the ageless wisdom of Stoic sages like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, we shall explore how mastering the art of saying no can enable you to reclaim your time, diminish stress, and align your actions with your core values and aspirations. 1. The power of no and self-respect. Envision a life where you are perpetually pulled in multiple directions, overwhelmed by ceaseless demands from work, family, and social obligations. The transformative potential of a simple yet profound word, no, can act as a beacon of self-respect and personal freedom. Marcus Aurelius, the esteemed Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, proclaimed, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This timeless insight underscores the necessity of valuing oneself sufficiently to establish clear boundaries. Consistently acquiescing to others' requests at the expense of our own needs dilutes our priorities and erodes our resolve. Learning to say no is not about rejecting others. It is about affirming our worth and prioritizing our goals. This small but potent word allows us to concentrate on what truly matters, aligning our actions with our values. It is an act of self-respect that fosters a sense of control and alleviates the stress induced by overcommitment. By saying no to distractions, we open the door to our goals and personal growth. Consider the wisdom of Socrates, who cautioned, "Beware the barrenness of a busy life." This insight emphasizes the importance of focusing on what genuinely enriches our lives, rather than being perpetually occupied with trivial matters. In today's fast-paced world, this lesson is more pertinent than ever. By mastering the art of saying no, we liberate ourselves to pursue endeavors that align with our true purpose and aspirations. 2. No as a path to authenticity. Saying no is not merely a refusal. It is a powerful declaration of your commitment to living authentically and remaining true to yourself. Marcus Aurelius underscored that living in harmony with our nature and values is fundamental to a fulfilling life. When you say yes to things that do not align with your true self, you create inner conflict and discontent. This inner turmoil arises from the discord between your actions and your authentic self. By embracing the power of no, you preserve your integrity, ensuring that your actions genuinely reflect your desires and beliefs. This practice not only safeguards your authenticity, but also fosters a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. Imagine the freedom of no longer feeling compelled to meet others' expectations, the relief of being true to your own values without compromise. Consider the tale of Sarah, a dedicated professional who perpetually said yes to additional projects at work, social events she had no interest in, and favors that sapped her energy. She believed that saying yes made her more likable and indispensable. However, this constant acquiescence led to burnout, resentment, and a sense of self-alienation. One day, after immersing herself in Stoic philosophy, she decided to change. She began modestly, saying no to tasks beyond her job description and social gatherings she did not enjoy. Initially, it was difficult, and she feared judgment from her peers. But over time, she experienced a transformation. She felt more in control of her life, more at peace with her decisions, and most importantly, more authentic. Her relationships improved as she became more present and genuine. Sarah's story is a testament to the transformative power of saying no. It is a step towards reclaiming your time, energy, and true self. Reflect on your own life. Are there situations where you say yes when you truly want to say no? What drives that decision, and how does it make you feel? These are crucial questions to ponder as you explore the power of no in your own life. By setting boundaries, you not only protect your well-being, but also ensure that your commitments are meaningful and aligned with your true self. 3. No and mental clarity. The profound simplicity and immense power of the word no make it not just a word, but a tool, a shield, and a means of preserving your mental clarity and focus. Consider this. What is Stoicism if not a philosophy that teaches us to master our internal world and remain unshaken by external chaos? As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the mind is its own place and can create a heaven or hell within us. This ancient wisdom highlights the importance of mental clarity, a state we can achieve by learning to say no. When was the last time you felt overwhelmed by commitments, unable to think clearly because your mind was cluttered with tasks and obligations? This is a common plight in today's fast-paced world. Saying yes to every opportunity often seems like the path to success, yet this habit can lead to mental chaos, making it difficult to maintain focus and make sound decisions. Stoicism teaches us the power of selective engagement. By learning to say no to unnecessary commitments, we can declutter our mental space, allowing room for strategic thinking and reflection. Picture a desk covered in papers, books, and miscellaneous items. Such a desk is not conducive to productive work. Similarly, a mind cluttered with too many responsibilities cannot function at its best. By clearing the desk, you create a space where you can work more effectively. In the same vein, by saying no, you create mental space for what truly matters. This act of decluttering is not just about removing the unnecessary, but also about making room for clarity, creativity, and focused problem-solving. Mental clarity thus achieved is crucial for navigating life's challenges with a calm and focused mind. It allows us to approach problems not with anxiety, but with a balanced perspective. How often have you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable, only to find a solution once you had a moment of clear thinking? This is the essence of Stoicism, maintaining a tranquil mind amidst the storm. By saying no strategically, you preserve this tranquility, enabling yourself to handle life's hurdles more effectively. The lesson here is crystal clear. Saying no is not about rejecting opportunity, but about protecting your mental space to stay focused on what truly matters. It is a lesson in prioritization and self-respect. When you say no to what does not serve your higher purpose, you are saying yes to mental clarity, peace, and effective problem-solving. This is a powerful shift in perspective, one that can transform your life significantly. Embracing the power of no means recognizing your limits and understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. It's about setting boundaries that protect your mental and emotional well-being. This, in turn, allows you to show up more fully for the commitments and responsibilities that truly align with your goals and values. What is Stoicism's role in this transformative process? It provides the philosophical framework that supports the mindful practice of saying no. By embracing Stoic teachings, you learn to discern what is within your control and what is not, allowing you to make decisions that preserve your mental clarity and focus. 4. The power of no in enhancing creativity. The ability to say no is not merely about setting boundaries or managing time. It is also a critical factor in fostering creativity. Creativity flourishes in an environment where focus and mental clarity are prioritized, and saying no is a crucial tool in creating such an environment. Reflect on the wisdom of Seneca, who stated, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." This aphorism underscores the importance of focus and the perils of spreading oneself too thin. When your attention is fragmented across numerous commitments and distractions, it becomes challenging to find the mental space necessary for creative thinking and innovation. Imagine an artist who is perpetually interrupted by requests and obligations. Each interruption disrupts their flow and hinders their creative process. By learning to say no, this artist can safeguard their creative time, ensuring that they have the uninterrupted space needed to explore ideas and produce their best work. Consider the narrative of Maria, a writer crafting her first novel. Initially, Maria struggled to make progress because she was unable to decline requests for her time. Whether it was attending social events, assisting friends with errands, or taking on additional work projects, these constant interruptions left her feeling drained and uninspired. Recognizing the impact on her creativity, Maria resolved to start saying no. She established a dedicated writing schedule and politely declined activities that interfered with her creative time. The result was remarkable. With fewer distractions, Maria's mind became a fertile ground for creativity. She experienced a surge of new ideas and a deeper connection to her writing. Her novel began to take shape, and she felt a renewed sense of purpose and inspiration. Reflect on your own life. How often do interruptions and external demands impede your creative pursuits? How might saying no create the mental space needed for your creativity to flourish? Saying no is about more than just rejecting requests. It is about valuing your creative time and protecting it from encroachment. This practice allows you to enter a state of flow where your mind can wander, explore, and innovate without the constant pull of external demands. The power of no also helps maintain a healthy work-life balance, essential for sustained creativity. Overcommitting can lead to burnout, stifling creative thought and innovation. By setting boundaries and saying no when necessary, you ensure that you have the energy and enthusiasm to engage fully with your creative projects. In practical terms, this might mean declining a social engagement to spend an evening painting, saying no to additional work tasks to focus on a personal project, or turning off notifications during your creative hours. Each no is an investment in your creative potential, allowing you to produce work that is truly reflective of your talents and passions. Consider the advice of Pablo Picasso, who said, "Without great solitude, no serious work is possible." By embracing solitude and saying no to distractions, you create an environment where serious, meaningful creative work can thrive. 5. The power of no in promoting self-care. Saying no is a fundamental aspect of self-care, an essential practice for maintaining your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In a world that often glorifies busyness and constant availability, the ability to say no is a powerful act of self-preservation and love. Reflect on the wisdom of Epictetus, who stated, "He who is not a good servant will not be a good master." This profound assertion highlights the importance of taking care of oneself to be effective in all other areas of life. If you neglect your own needs, you will eventually be unable to serve others effectively or achieve your own goals. Imagine a life where you are perpetually saying yes to every request and demand. Over time, this can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and a deep sense of resentment. Conversely, learning to say no allows you to prioritize your well-being and ensure that you have the energy and resources to take care of yourself. Consider the narrative of Emma, a nurse who was always eager to help others, both at work and in her personal life. She frequently agreed to extra shifts, volunteered for community events, and assisted friends and family with their needs. While her intentions were noble, this relentless giving left her feeling drained and stressed. Emma began to notice that her health was deteriorating, and she became increasingly irritable and unhappy. Recognizing the unsustainable nature of her lifestyle, Emma decided to start saying no. She began setting boundaries at work, limiting her extra shifts, and ensuring she had time for rest and relaxation. She also learned to politely decline requests that she couldn't fulfill without compromising her well-being. As a result, Emma's health improved, and she found greater joy and fulfillment in her personal and professional life. Reflect on your own life. Are there times when you say yes at the expense of your own well-being? How might your overall health and happiness improve if you practice saying no more often? Saying no is not about being selfish. It is about recognizing your limits and respecting your need for self-care. By doing so, you ensure that you can show up fully and effectively in all areas of your life. This practice helps to prevent burnout and allows you to maintain a healthy balance between your responsibilities and your personal needs. The power of no also extends to creating space for activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Whether it is setting aside time for exercise, meditation, hobbies, or simply relaxing, saying no to non-essential commitments allows you to invest in your well-being. This investment pays off in increased energy, improved mood, and greater resilience to stress. In practical terms, this might mean saying no to working late hours, declining social invitations that leave you feeling drained, or setting boundaries with loved ones to ensure you have time for self-care. Each no is a step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By saying no to external pressures and demands, you reclaim your power and create a life that aligns with your values and priorities. 6. Preventing resentment. Have you ever found yourself agreeing to things you did not want to do? only to feel a gnawing sense of resentment afterward? It is a common scenario. A friend asks for a favor, a colleague requests extra help, or a family member demands your time. Despite your initial hesitation, you say yes. You set aside your needs and, in that moment, prioritize someone else's desires over your own. But what happens next? You are left with a heavy heart and a mind full of regret. Resentment starts to build, and it can be a slow poison that erodes your happiness and mental peace. This is why learning to say no is so crucial. By saying no, you protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Consider the narrative of John, a dedicated employee who always took on extra work at his office. He believed that by saying yes to every task, he would be perceived as reliable and indispensable. However, this constant agreement came at a personal cost. John missed family dinners, neglected his health, and felt increasingly resentful towards his colleagues and employer. His performance started to suffer, and his once cheerful demeanor turned sullen. It wasn't until John learned the power of saying no that he began to reclaim his life. He started to set boundaries, only taking on tasks that were feasible and aligned with his goals. His productivity improved, his relationships flourished, and he felt a renewed sense of contentment. Saying no can be daunting, especially if you are naturally inclined to please others. But consider it a form of self-respect. When you say no, you are not merely rejecting a task or a request. You are affirming your own needs and priorities. This does not imply becoming inflexible or unhelpful. It is about finding a balance where you can support others while still honoring your limits. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. Often, it is your own peace of mind or valuable personal time that gets sacrificed. Imagine a scenario where you are constantly overloaded with commitments. You are stressed, irritable, and there's barely any time left for you to relax or pursue your passions. In this state, how effective can you really be in helping others? By saying no when necessary, you preserve your energy for the things that truly matter. You become more effective, more present, and ultimately more reliable. People will begin to see you as someone who values their own time and well-being, and they will respect your boundaries more. One practical approach to saying no is to be honest and straightforward. Instead of concocting excuses, explain why you cannot take on the task. For instance, you might say, "I would love to help, but I have other commitments that need my attention." This not only sets clear boundaries, but also maintains the respect and understanding of the person making the request. It's about being assertive without being aggressive. In the context of modern life, saying no can also prevent the resentment that builds up from overcommitment. We live in a world where busyness is often equated with success. However, this constant busyness can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. By strategically saying no, you create space for meaningful activities and relationships. You make room for self-care, which is essential for long-term success and happiness. 7. The power of no in building true relationships. Saying no can be a cornerstone in developing genuine and meaningful relationships. Imagine a scenario where you always say yes to every request, favor, or demand. Initially, it might seem like you are building connections, but over time, this habit can lead to superficial relationships built on obligation rather than mutual respect and understanding. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This wisdom teaches us to remain true to our principles and not be swayed by others' expectations or demands. By learning to say no, we create relationships based on authenticity rather than resentment or compulsion. Consider the story of Lisa, a person who always agreed to help her friends and family no matter how inconvenient the request. Over time, she began to feel taken for granted and started resenting those around her. Her relationships became strained because they were built on her constant acquiescence rather than mutual respect. One day, Lisa decided to start saying no when she genuinely couldn't or didn't want to comply with a request. Initially, it was challenging and some people reacted negatively. However, over time, her relationships transformed. Those who valued her for her true self remained, and the connections grew stronger and more genuine. She found that people began to respect her boundaries and appreciate her honesty. In today's world, The fear of missing out, FOMO, often drives us to say yes more than we should. We worry about losing friends or opportunities if we decline. However, true relationships are not built on endless compliance, but on mutual respect and understanding. By saying no, we teach others to respect our boundaries and in turn, learn to respect theirs. Reflect on your own life. Are there relationships where you feel overwhelmed or taken advantage of because you can't say no? How might these relationships improve if you started setting boundaries and being more honest about your capacity and desires? Saying no doesn't mean shutting people out or being unkind. It's about communicating your limits and needs clearly. For example, if a friend asks for a favor that you can't fulfill, you might say, "I wish I could help, but I'm currently swamped with other commitments." This way, you express your boundaries without rejecting the person. The practice of saying no also helps in filtering out relationships that are not built on genuine respect. When you start setting boundaries, those who truly care about you will understand and respect your decisions. Those who don't may drift away, but this is a natural process of refining your social circle to those who value you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. Moreover, the ability to say no reinforces your own sense of self-worth. It reminds you that your time and energy are valuable and that you deserve relationships where both parties respect each other's boundaries. This self-respect is the foundation of all healthy relationships. 8. The power of no in achieving personal goals. The word no is a powerful ally in the pursuit of personal goals and aspirations. In a world filled with distractions and demands, mastering the art of saying no is essential for staying focused and achieving what truly matters to you. Consider the philosophy of Epictetus, a prominent Stoic thinker, who said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This statement emphasizes the importance of setting clear goals and taking decisive actions toward them. To do so effectively, one must learn to say no to distractions and tasks that do not align with these goals. Imagine a life where you are continuously bombarded with requests, favors, and invitations that divert your attention from your primary objectives. Without the ability to say no, you risk spreading yourself too thin and losing sight of your personal aspirations. By contrast, saying no allows you to allocate your time and energy toward activities that propel you forward on your chosen path. Take the story of Alex, a young entrepreneur with a vision of building a successful tech startup. Initially, Alex found it difficult to refuse requests from friends and family, whether it was attending social gatherings or helping with unrelated projects. These distractions began to take a toll on his progress, causing delays and increasing stress. Realizing the impact of these diversions, Alex decided to embrace the power of no. He began to set boundaries, politely declining invitations and requests that did not contribute to his business goals. As a result, he found more time to focus on his startup, leading to significant breakthroughs and progress. His dedication paid off, and Alex's company began to thrive, all because he prioritized his goals and learned to say no to distractions. Reflect on your own journey. Are there moments when you find yourself sidetracked by tasks that do not serve your long-term goals? How might your progress accelerate if you practice saying no to these diversions? Saying no requires courage and clarity. It involves recognizing that every moment spent on a low-priority activity is a moment taken away from your pursuit of greatness. By consciously choosing to say no, you create space for deep work and meaningful progress. The practice of saying no also strengthens your resolve and commitment to your goals. It serves as a constant reminder of what truly matters to you and reinforces your dedication to achieving it. This focus and determination are crucial for overcoming obstacles and staying on course. In practical terms, this might mean declining a meeting that doesn't align with your strategic priorities, saying no to a social event that conflicts with your work schedule, or avoiding the temptation to scroll through social media during productive hours. Each no is a step towards reclaiming your time and directing it towards your personal growth and success. Consider the words of Seneca, who wisely noted, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." By saying no to time-wasting activities, you ensure that your time is spent on what truly matters, maximizing your potential and achieving your personal goals. 9. No and self-discipline. Saying no is a vital component of self-discipline and self-control. Imagine a life where you are in control of your decisions, where you have the power to steer your own destiny without succumbing to distractions or temptations. This is the essence of self-discipline, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that Marcus Aurelius himself championed. At its heart lies a simple yet profoundly powerful word: no. Saying no is not merely a refusal. It is an affirmation of your priorities and a testament to your willpower. When you say no to the trivial and the transient, you are saying yes to what truly matters. Consider the story of Jane, a busy professional and mother of two. Every day, she was bombarded with requests and distractions, from social media notifications to extra work assignments. Initially, she found it hard to say no, and she would often let others down or miss out on opportunities. But as the demands on her time grew, so did her stress and sense of being overwhelmed. Realizing that she was losing focus on her most important goals, spending quality time with her family and advancing her career, Jane decided to embrace the power of no. She started small, saying no to checking her phone during family dinners and declining non-essential work meetings. Gradually, Jane found that by setting these boundaries, she had more time and energy for what truly mattered. Her relationships improved, and her work performance soared, all because she mastered the art of saying no. By saying no to temptations and distractions, we can bolster our willpower and enhance our self-control, just as Marcus Aurelius advocated. This disciplined approach is vital for staying focused on our long-term goals and resisting the allure of immediate gratification. In modern society, where distractions are ubiquitous, the ability to say no becomes even more critical. How often do we find ourselves pulled away from meaningful tasks by the incessant ping of a notification or the lure of a new TV series? These small diversions, seemingly harmless, can accumulate, leading us away from our true path. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What are the distractions that often derail you from your goals? How might your life improve if you said no to just a few of these each day? Perhaps it's saying no to that extra hour of scrolling through social media, or no to another drink at the bar. Each no is a step towards reclaiming your time and energy, directing them instead towards your aspirations. And imagine the compounded effect of these small decisions over a year. The practice of saying no transforms from a series of isolated acts into a habit of self-discipline that permeates all aspects of your life. You begin to see the fruits of your labor, achieving personal milestones, cultivating deeper relationships, and experiencing a sense of fulfillment and purpose. This is the true power of no. It is a means of clearing the path to your most significant and rewarding achievements. 10. The role of no in emotional balance. Imagine a life where you possess the unshakable confidence to say no without guilt or hesitation. A life where your emotional well-being is prioritized and protected. In our journey of personal transformation, there's a small yet mighty word that holds the key to unleashing true power and freedom: no. By embracing the art of saying no, we unlock a path to greater emotional balance and resilience. Saying no is not merely a refusal. It is an affirmation of our boundaries and a declaration of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound wisdom underscores the importance of emotional resilience and the ability to remain undisturbed by external pressures. By consciously choosing to say no to situations and people that drain our emotional energy, we safeguard our emotional health and prevent the insidious creep of burnout. This practice is crucial in maintaining a stable and positive emotional state, which is indispensable for our overall well-being. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly bombarded with demands on our time and energy, whether it's at work, in our personal lives, or within our social circles. The pressure to conform and comply can be overwhelming. However, by setting clear boundaries and saying no when necessary, we reclaim our power and create space for what truly matters. As Seneca wisely noted, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." This reminds us that spreading ourselves too thin diminishes our effectiveness and drains our vitality. By prioritizing our emotional health and setting boundaries, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and stability, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mind. Consider the impact of constantly saying yes to every request and obligation. Over time, this can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment, and a sense of being overwhelmed. Conversely, saying no empowers us to allocate our resources, time, energy, and attention more judiciously. It is a form of self-care that acknowledges our limits and respects our needs. By doing so, we not only preserve our emotional well-being, but also enhance our capacity to contribute meaningfully to the areas of our lives that matter most. Moreover, the practice of saying no fosters resilience by reinforcing our autonomy and sense of control. When we assert our boundaries, we send a powerful message to ourselves and others that our well-being is a priority. This act of self-assertion builds our confidence and fortifies our emotional defenses against the stresses and strains of daily life. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. By choosing to say no when appropriate, we take control of our responses and ensure that we are not unduly influenced by external pressures. Incorporating the word no into our vocabulary is not about being selfish or uncooperative. It is about honoring our emotional needs and fostering a healthier, more balanced life. This practice enables us to be more present and engaged in the moments that truly matter. It allows us to dedicate our time and energy to pursuits that align with our values and goals, ultimately leading to greater fulfillment and happiness. By learning to say no, we create a positive ripple effect in our lives, enhancing our emotional resilience and overall well-being. In modern life, where the demands on our attention are relentless, mastering the art of saying no is a vital skill. It is a protective measure that shields us from the detrimental effects of overcommitment and emotional depletion. As we navigate the complexities of contemporary living, let us remember the wisdom of the Stoics and the power of no. By doing so, we can achieve a harmonious balance between our external obligations and our internal needs, fostering a life of emotional stability and resilience. The ability to say no is a crucial skill for anyone seeking to lead a balanced, fulfilling life. It is a powerful tool for self-respect and personal growth. By prioritizing our own needs and goals, we align our actions with our values, reduce stress, and reclaim our sense of control. Remember, each time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to something that does. This simple shift can transform your life, unlocking the true power of saying no and unleashing your potential for greatness. Reflect on your own life and consider how the power of no can bring about positive change. Start small, set clear boundaries, and be mindful of your priorities. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Let us continue this journey of self-discovery and personal growth together, embracing the wisdom of the Stoics and the transformative power of saying no.